The thing that I liked most about Michael Jordan as a player was the fact that I didn't have to try to guard him. If he had a poor defensive scheme, he was going to fill the hoop up until he either figured it out or the game was over and you lost the game. Some of his acrobatic drives to the hoop are just remarkable. You know, he could get past the defense and use a little bit of English off of the glass. The ball drops in so nice. It takes some really advanced skills to do that consistently. The 1988 All-Star Game was a showcase for Michael. Michael had figured out all the things he needed to know to be a dominant player. Everything. One-on-one, couldn't guard him. What Michael Jordan showed the whole sports world was the fact that you put the right people with him, he's going to lead them to world championships, without question. He was a prime example of excellence and a leader that would lead you all the way to the top, all the way to the top. That was basketball at its finest.
And on a chilly February night, a city of Chicago hot with anticipation for
welcome fans to the
welcome everyone to Chicago for the 1988 All-Star Game. By my side, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter tonight, David Aldridge. I'm Kevin Harlan. And Clark, this is the second time Chicago has hosted this mid-season classic.
Yeah, you go back to 1973, that's when they hosted their first one. The East won it 104 to 84 back then. That was the lowest combined score in an All-Star game, Kevin, since the 1950s.
We'll see if then tonight, Clark, they can surpass that total.
I would think they could. No shortage of scores on either side. I expect an up-tempo, fast-paced game, an exciting game with plenty of highlights and buckets.
Cannot wait. And your West All-Stars, Pat Lever and Magic Johnson, the guards, Alex English and Karl Malone at the forward spots, and in the middle, Hakeem Olajuwon. For the East, it's Moses Malone inside, and Dominique Wilkins with Larry Bird the forwards. And in the backcourt, Isaiah Thomas and Michael Jordan.
And you look at Larry Bird and Magic Johnson, rivals since college. Early on, no love lost between them, but over time, they've become friends.
Johnson kicks to Lever. Some nice passing here by the West. Here's Olajuwon. That shot, no good. Nice defense from Malone. Lever against Jordan. Shoots over Lever. Look at the soft touch of Michael Jordan. And tonight's All-Star MVP will have a $5,000 check presented in their name, Clark, to the Thurgood Marshall Black Education Fund.
A great cause in honor of a terrific American.
And plenty of subplots to this game. For more, let's send it over to David Aldridge. D.A., take it away.
Thanks very much. Now, this story has never gone away over the years, guys. Isaiah Thomas is, of course, a native Chicagoan, but you'll still hear some boos today from Bulls fans. That's because at that All-Star game a couple of years ago, people questioned whether Isaiah froze out Michael Jordan. Some people still believe it. Guys, back to you.
Yeah, that story has not gone away. Thank you, David. For what it's worth, Clark, Isaiah Thomas denies there was a freeze-out, and Jordan himself says, I never said it, so what do you think?
But the reality is, we probably never will know the full story.
There's got to be some excitement, maybe even, Clark, some butterflies playing in the All-Star game. You want to prove you belong out there.
I agree with that, and there can also be the temptation to try to do a little too much, maybe get flashy, but with these players still getting a feel for each other in the flow, a lot to be said for making the simple play.
Nevertheless, a great honor. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Lever against Thomas. Lever kicks to Johnson. Here's Olajuwon. The shot, no good. The East All-Stars go the other way with it. And 3 from Jordan. They grab their own miss. Fires the 3. He can't hit that time. And Michael Jordan winning the dunk contest yesterday, Clark. Can he add to his trophy case tonight?
Kevin, I think his teammates want to see him win the MVP. I think they're going to give him as many touches as he needs to have a chance to do it.
Ooh, that'll be fun to watch. English, the master of the mid-range, Alex English. Harkin, amidst this all-star celebration, labor negotiations between the players and the NBA continue.
Trying to find their way through this current impasse, Kevin, and looking to avoid any interruptions to this game that we all have a love affair with.
Yeah, I know you and I hope they can find some common ground.
Please make it happen soon.
The baseline J. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
You know, people said Alex English was too light of frame, too skinny, not athletic enough. Well, how about this? He's playing in his 7th straight All-Star game. So much for being too skinny.
And starting last season, Clark, Michael Jordan's scoring went through the roof.
Averaging over 37 points per game, partner, and he's kept close to that pace this season as well. Remarkable.
Amazing and remarkable, right. Wow. And the Eastern All-Stars favored to win tonight.
Star power and firepower. Veteran IQ and smart, but you never know. The West has quite a bit of talent, too.
Indeed they do. And so the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last.
Good activity there, breaking things up. Love the activity defensively.
And some changes here for the East. Patrick Ewing's checked in for Malone. And it's Rivers in for Thomas. The West All-Stars also changing it up. Abdul-Jabbar's checked in for Olajuwon. Worthy comes in for English. Clyde Drexler has subbed in for Lever. And Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with the most All-Star appearances by far in NBA history, Clark. An All-Star in every season of his career except one. And in that year, he was injured.
Yeah, and at 40 years of age, matter of fact, the youngest player tonight was only 4 years old when Kareem made his first All-Star appearance. That player, Brad Daugherty.
No kidding.
That's right.
And Kareem looking to set the career record for All-Star scoring. Isn't that something?
It really is. Needs just 10 points to do it, Kevin, and you got to love his chances. I mean, that's a layup for him, pun intended.
Yeah, a good one. And if there was a snub, Clark, for this year's All-Star game, many felt it was the sharpshooter Dale Ellis of the Sonics.
Well, you take a look at what he's done. He's the only top 10 scorer in the NBA who was not an All-Star.
Yep, the Tennessee Volunteers should be here. 6 to shoot. It's Drexler, top of the key. Misses the 3. The East leading by 5. Jordan, the pass to Ewing. The size and aggression of Patrick Ewing inside.
And with Patrick Ewing leading the way, the New York Knicks finally competitive again. The big man has quickly found a rapport with rookie point guard Mark Jackson. They are a team on the rise. Book that.
Well, Clark, there was some question whether James Worthy would actually play in this All-Star game.
Yeah, he's dealing with some tendonitis in his knee, and because of that, I think his minutes very well could be limited.
Yeah, he's got to pay attention to the big picture, doesn't he?
Yeah.
The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. East All-Stars up on top, up 5. We've got
All-Star 13.
Welcome back, everyone, to the 1988 All-Star Game here in Chicago. As these great fans hope Michael Jordan can bring home the win and the MVP hardware.
And the head coach of the East, Mike Fratello, his first time coaching in the All-Star game.
Michael Jordan is out there with Rivers. Then it's Ewing. Then there's Dominique Wilkins. And it's Doherty in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's who the East All-Stars start the second with.
You know, there's so much that's amazing to me about Jordan, but his endurance stands out. He consistently gets stronger, it seems, as the game goes on.
How about that? Mike's a terrific friend of yours and mine, and Fratello's Hawks recently moved into first place in the East after the Cavs beat the Celtics. Clark enabling him to become the coach of the East All-Star.
So don't be surprised if the Cavs' Brad Daugherty gets extended minutes in his first All-Star appearance. You scratch my back, I scratch yours.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And, you know, before every game, Karl Malone calls his mother back in Summerfield, Louisiana, to ask what numbers he should shoot for. Tonight, she said go for 25 and 11.
And here early, Clark, the East has the edge.
You look at that team on the East squad, an embarrassment of riches, Kevin, and, you know, they've got so many weapons. I think it simply comes down to execution for them.
Count that one, and the East All-Stars lead has been cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Drexler.
And at 26 points per game, Drexler ranks 7th in the league in scoring. His Blazers playing catch-up with the Lakers, though. Their improved defense has helped them overcome some early injuries.
And Michael Jordan, not only last season's leading scorer by a mile, but Clark Kellogg this season, he is in the running for the Defensive Player of the Year.
He is the true definition of a two-way player. Gets it done at a high level at both ends. Efficiency personified. There, Jordan scoring at will, taking over the game whenever he chooses.
And the foul called on Michael Jordan. That'll be his second foul of the game. And the East All-Stars with some changes. Kevin McHale, he checked in for Jordan. Bird comes in for Dominique Wilkins. And Isaiah Thomas is subbed in for Doc Rivers. And West also making a switch. Beavers checked in for Clyde Drexler.
And the 6'9" forward, Karl Malone out of Louisiana Tech, playing for the Utah Jazz. Tonight, he's wearing number 7 to honor the great Pete Maravich, who himself was a 3-time All-Star with the New Orleans Jazz. And Coach Mike Fratello, a colleague of ours, coaching in the All-Star game, standing tall amongst a bunch of tall guys in the NBA. You know, his dad was an amateur boxer, and, you know, I think that background gives Mike a lot of confidence as a coach.
Low block shot, and it's blocked by Jordan.
Boy, much respect for the defense of Jordan. I mean, he gives his all on this end of the floor. I mean, fantastic. Getting his hands up to block shots.
And the East All-Stars making a change here. Malone's checked in. And so it looks like it'll be still with the West All-Stars. And Clark, not easy for these coaches to put their stamp on the game. Only a 1-hour practice yesterday to get acquainted and move through some sets.
And, you know, Kevin, it's not about necessarily practice time. A few offensive sets is all that's needed. I think it's how you manage the players and give them a platform to have fun and do what they do.
That's a good point. Jordan inside. He's covered by Lever.
Usually, guys, he's going to knock that one down from there. Proficient at operating in that medium range area.
And Magic Johnson with the slam. And Magic Johnson, Clark, made it clear coming into this game that he wanted the challenge of defending the great Michael Jordan.
He certainly did. And the West as a team will certainly have their work cut out for him trying to slow that guy down.
That is going to be fun to watch.
And, you know, so far I like the effort from both teams. It's an exhibition, but each team showing great pride. They're getting after it.
And there's Michael Jordan, the assist by Thomas. Jordan's got 12 now in this quarter.
An effective score from the in-between area of the court. Jordan doing his thing.
Michael Jordan showing the explosiveness that won in the dunk contest last night.
I tell you what, they've made themselves easy pickings. I mean, sloppy ball handling creates a turnover that's easy to convert.
Olajuwon with incredible footwork for a big man.
How about this list? Players who have never missed an All-Star game in their careers. Jerry West, Bob Pettit, Larry Bird, Isaiah Thomas, and Hakeem Olajuwon. Those last 3 playing here tonight.
And Clark, so much talent for each side, but they've got to develop that chemistry on the fly, don't they?
Exactly, and that's what the coaches will be looking for down the stretch. Which group of players really complement one another and give you the best chance to win?
And so Jordan will bring it up for the East. Their biggest hit of the game was 9. And now let's go over to David Aldridge with a report on Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Thank you, Kevin. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is the oldest All-Star in history. This is his 17th game. No one else has been in more than 13. To put that into context, there were 6 players in yesterday's Legends game that were younger than Kareem. Magic Johnson says he respects Kareem more than anyone I know because of the pride this man has in whatever he does. Kevin, back to you.
He is a very proud individual. David, thank you. And Kareem's coming out here, Clark, after spending 2 days in bed with strep throat. I mean, it's remarkable.
And, Kevin, that's exactly the pride Magic was talking about, and that's why it seems like every game we do, Kareem is adding to some type of record that he's already established. Tonight, he could very well become the leading scorer in the history of the All-Star game.
Isn't that phenomenal? They call him captain for a reason. He is truly the leader of this entire NBA.
Yes, sir.
Thomas with the steal. And here we go. The East with a fast break. Jordan's running.
Oh, I love the ferocity of Thomas on defense now. Remarkable. Really good, I think, at reading the opponents and then jumping all over him with his defense.
And the pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Over Malone. No good again that time. The East leading by 14. Here's Jordan. The East All-Stars check on 2 more.
Playing well on both ends of the floor, stifling defense and dangerous. Oh, that's a heck of a combo.
Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. English looking around. Over Thomas. Tipped away.
Tell you what, you can feel their frustration underneath the surface. It's actually palpable with all these misses.
And so it's the East All-Stars in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring. And we welcome you back to the second half of the 1988 All-Star Game here in Chicago. Great performances from these players, whether it's their first time participating or their 17th. And here are the East All-Stars now. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game. On the floor for the West All-Stars. Malone is out there with English. Then it's Lever. Then it's Olajuwon. And it's Johnson in at the 1. And Jordan Clark within reach of the record.
He's almost there. Keep that pedal to the metal is what I say.
Malone kicks to Olajuwon. And it's Olajuwon with the jam. And Clark, when you look at Hakeem Olajuwon's Houston Rockets, here is a team making a lot of moves.
I tell you what, their trade for Joe Barry Carroll and Sleepy Floyd paying huge dividends. They're certainly on the rise in my mind.
Yeah, a lot of people like those moves. Johnson against Jordan. Johnson, the pass to Olajuwon. Some nice passing here by the West. And then Olajuwon with the dunk.
Hey, best of luck trying to slow Hakeem down. Going up for a full strength.
And it's a new single-game record in scoring for the All-Star Game. Set right in front of us by Michael Jordan.
What an incredible athlete, Kevin. And it seems whatever he sets his mind to do, he can do it. Impressive.
And the East with the lead.
Living up to that favored and top billing and giving these fans quite a show.
Malone with the block.
Good to see Malone working hard on the defensive end. His team appreciates that type of effort.
And there's the call on Michael Jordan. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. So the timeout taken here, the first for the West All-Stars. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. To the paint, here's Malone. And Magic Johnson continuing to orchestrate beautifully.
And making his All-Star debut in his 3rd year in the league, Karl Malone, one of 4 players in the NBA, averaging over 20 points and 10 rebounds a game.
And Clark, a slow start for Michael Jordan is beginning now to get some momentum and heating up.
And the fans starting to take notice. They're feeling it a little bit, making some noise. They're certainly hoping he can make it happen. Really crafty play that time by Jordan. Good decision. The defense was locked in on him, so he gave it away.
Lever passes to English. He kicks to Johnson. Malone, a screen on Jordan. Johnson, and Magic Johnson with the slam.
Magic Johnson in his 8th All-Star game now, 2nd in All-Star votes this year, and he hosts his own All-Star game in the summer in L.A. as a fundraiser, and I understand it's quite an event.
Poked away and stolen by Jordan. An easy 2 points on the layup. Jordan's got 47 points.
And Jordan is simply amazing at finishing through contact. Doesn't matter what you throw at him or who, he finds a way to score.
2 open that time. Made it look too easy.
Magic Johnson leads the league in assists, and he's also got the most assists in All-Star game history. He processes the game at another level, folks. You know, you get into the latter stages of the game, and it's normal to wonder who will take home the MVP trophy. It's certainly one of those accolades that's mentioned when you talk about the great ones.
English finds Johnson. Lever up top. English right side. Shot on the wing. That falls. Great assist by Lever. Lever's got 3 assists tonight. And of the players in tonight's All-Star game, Clark, 2 have won MVP trophies in this game before. Larry Bird and Isaiah Thomas.
And how about this, Kevin? Thomas has won 2 out of the last 4 years. If he was to get 3 MVPs, that would put him in some rarefied air, tying with Oscar Robertson for 2nd most. Bob Pettit is the only player to do it 4 times.
Malone sets the pick for Jordan. Lets it go from 14. The East All-Stars check on 2 more.
Moses Malone is not only a 6-time rebounding champ, but he's also a 10-time All-Star. He gives the Washington Bullets some real muscle inside. You know, there's been talk about adding a 3rd referee to NBA games. The commissioner and the rules committee are in favor of it, and they plan to put it before the Board of Governors at the next meeting.
And Clark, with 3 officials working games, do you think that'll result in more fouls being called, more eyes on the ball? They can pick up a lot more, certainly with more guys out there.
Yeah, you know, I think, Kevin, it might be the case early on with a 3rd official, but over time it'll smooth itself out. Off the ball, you know, some things you could get away with in the past, maybe not so much with 3 officials out there.
Rivers against Lever. And Ewing sends it back.
Great at knowing when to time and go up for the rejection. Ewing, a superb defender. And Danny Ainge making his All-Star debut in year 7, having the best season of his career. He went from a singles hitter in pro baseball to a long-distance laser in the NBA. And, you know, most of these guys are accustomed to having their team's offense built around them. It's an adjustment for them now to figure out who's going to get the rock most of the time.
A nice shot by Jordan.
Boy, what a ruthless, wicked dribble move that time by Jordan. Threw his defender off and got the space he needed to fire.
Lever the bounce pass. Olajuwon inside, working on Doherty. Passes it to Ainge. Kicks it to Ewing. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
The #1 overall pick in 1985, and it was an all-star rookie season for Patrick Ewing. Hurt last year, but nice to see him back where he belongs, right in the all-star game.
And Ewing sends it back. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Shoots from the elbow. And there's Jordan. That's good on the assist by Ainge. Jordan's got 55.
Good for about 1 per game. Ainge finds his open man easily there.
Outside Lever. Pass to Olajuwon. Shoots over Doherty. No good on the last second attempt there. Michael Jordan getting it done for the East. He's looking.
71.
Welcome back to Chicago for the 1988 All-Star Game. The grand finale of what's been a tremendous weekend to celebrate the NBA.
You take a look at the landscape of the NBA, and I tell you what, that Central Division, dominant. How about this? 36 games above 500 combined.
Kevin McHale out there with Doherty. Then it's Cheeks. Then there's Ainge. And it's Jordan in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 out there for the East All-Stars.
Once Jordan gets inside with the Rock, it's practically all over. He's that consistent at close range.
Well, you look at that Central Division, all 6 teams on pace to make the playoffs.
And, you know, Chicago got off to that great start, Kevin. Then they cooled off just a bit. Now tied with Detroit at 3 games behind Atlanta. Those teams are breaked up pretty good.
Jordan outside. Here's Cheeks. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line. And Maurice Cheeks, Clark, the 6'1 playmaker for the Philadelphia 76ers.
His 3rd straight All-Star appearance, and he's had a total of 4 in his what looks to be on the verge of a Hall of Fame career.
What a terrific defender.
Yes, he is.
Johnson, he's checked in for the West. Down the stretch here, the East, Clark out in front.
Getting it done. It's been such a fun game to watch. Entertaining from both sides.
Woo, it sure has been. Jordan on the wing. Aguirre covering. Yep, that one goes in there.
I like that they're putting in the work, trying to build this lead out.
About a minute and a half through the 4th quarter now. Knocked loose. Here's Drexler. And there's the pass to Johnson. Here's the drive.
Johnson with incredible athleticism and uses it to bully the defense there.
First personal foul.
And he makes the first.
Team foul. Shooting for West All-Stars.
And Johnson drops them both. Looking to keep it rolling.
Stay on the attack and keep playing the right way. And after the Central Division, the Midwest has been the 2nd most competitive division. Those teams are sitting at 10 games over 500.
And Clark in the Midwest, those Rockets are really making a push.
And they're doing it behind Hakeem Olajuwon. To me, he's the best center in the NBA. They certainly got a chance to give the Lakers a run for their money.
Oh, yeah. Right block shot. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on his 2nd chance points.
This is the 4th All-Star game for the Celtics' Kevin McHale. Kids at home who want to learn how to score in the post, just put the isolated camera on Kevin McHale, please. Moves on moves on top of moves in the paint.
And that rejection had some mustard on it. Huge, huge play.
Superb anticipation on that rejection, and that'll allow them to stay on the lead if they keep defending like that.
And the foul called on Michael Jordan. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
Personal foul. 4th team foul.
Johnson outside. Here's Drexler. The vision of Magic Johnson is unsurpassed.
And enjoying his finest pro season, Clyde the Glide Drexler making his 2nd All-Star appearance. Worked over the summer with Kiki Vandeweghe to substantially improve his jump shot. And Commissioner David Stern in the house tonight. Since taking over 4 years ago, he's done a remarkable job helping guide this league to new unprecedented heights.
Exactly. Here's what the East is going with right now. Moses Malone. He's checked in for Doherty. Bird comes in for McHale. Wilkins is checked in for Danny Ainge. And Thomas subbed in for Cheeks. Outside, English. Pass to Malone. Goes up at the stripe. 2nd shot opportunity. And it's sent back by Wilkins. And we're about 3 minutes into the 4th quarter. Chalk up 2 there. One thing the league has done since Commissioner Stern has taken over, Clark, is really marketing the league around its stars. And I like that type of strategy.
I agree with you, Kevin, wholeheartedly. And what better time to highlight those great stars than tonight? Amazing talent, compelling personalities. The league is certainly on a great trajectory.
It absolutely is. Bird a screen on English. Here's Wilkins. Good. Wilkins has got 4 points in the quarter.
And Dominique Wilkins is the go-to scorer for the Hawks. No question about that. And he's embraced that leadership role as well. Obviously a huge part of the Hawks' success.
And another great look at the 2K drive. Johnson with it. Picked up by Malone. Johnson can't hit. And so it's Wilkins who brings up the ball for the East. Bird sets the screen for Jordan. Down low. And Bird with the basket on the assist from Michael Jordan. Jordan's got his 8th assist in the game. Johnson goes in. And no good that time. Some solid defense by Malone. Pass to Wilkins. And good that time.
Their offense has really stood out. They're piling up the points and torching this defense.
On offense, here are the West All-Stars. Here's English. And the jam by English.
Boy, that was a nasty throwdown right there. This is exactly why you can't give English the position he wants.
Here's Wilkins. Good, and the assist goes to Thomas.
They can't miss on an absolute tear.
Wilkins has gone 67% from the field, 4 of 6. It's stolen by Wilkins. And here they go. And the jam by Isaiah Thomas.
Surprising ups for the little fella. Isaiah Thomas saw the opening, took it, and threw it down. I really like how they've worked to get the best shot. Good, better, best. Never let it rest. Showing great patience there.
1:14 left in the fourth. And there's the call on Michael Jordan. That's it for him. He's fouled out. Now we'll go to the line for 2.
Looks like they'll cruise to the win. This just ends his night a tad early.
Catching up on the changes for the East. Ewing's checked in for Bird. Ainge comes in for Jordan. And it's Rivers in for Isaiah Thomas. And West also making a switch. Abdul-Jabbar's checked in. Here's what the East is going with right now. McHale's checked in for Malone. And Cheeks is subbed in for Dominique Wilkins. And Kareem will need to get it going, Clark, to reach double digits.
I think his teammates have to do a better job of getting him touches. Just keep feeding him. He's more than capable of getting there.
He dishes it to Ainge. Fade away. And the rebound goes to the West All-Stars.
I think in that situation, that was a nice try to create some space for himself with the fadeaway.
And Kareem, the elder statesman, 19 years in the NBA, decades of dominance. Here's Rivers. The baseline jumper goes down.
A native Chicagoan, Glenn Doc Rivers, a first-time All-Star. He said 5 years ago he sat in the same hotel and cried because he wasn't drafted in the first round. Now, same setting, but the script has been flipped. It all comes full circle for Doc.
Johnson can't get it to go.
Just unable to get into any kind of rhythm this quarter.
McHale passes to Ewing, and Patrick Ewing with the slam.
What a way for them to finish the game, closing it out with some terrific play.
Johnson with it. And the Eastern All-Stars deliver. The favorites coming in, but they did not disappoint.
Yeah, you looked at that team on paper and you saw they were the stronger team and should have been favored, but you still got to go out and prove it, and they did exactly that.
And so much scoring in that lineup for the East. My goodness, look at those names. That's always going to be tough to stop.
And you factor in the raucous crowd cheering on Michael Jordan, Kevin. No wonder they found that extra gear they needed when it was time to get it done.
That's a good point. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.